What has really been the key to the Cougars' special season this year? We'll start with you, Joseph.
Well, they're building off of last year. They took the momentum from the first game and they've kind of run with it. There haven't been very many losses, but it's been a Kelvin Sampson type team. It's defense, rebounding. They do all the little things. There's not a team in the country probably that hustles as much as this team does. So, and they have some veterans. They know what it's like to now be in this situation. Last year they were the newcomers, so they were able to, they put everything together and avoided injuries, avoided a lot of losses, and it's just been a magical year.
This isn't a team that has many weaknesses. They can beat you in a variety of different ways. We've seen what Corey Davis is doing, playing at a very high level in March, but they have other ways they can score. We see Breon Brady can score in the post. Fabian White can score in the post. And then if they need to go to the bench, Dejan Giroux has been the sixth man that everybody's wanted him to be. Was the sixth man in the American Conference. So what Joseph said, they don't really have weaknesses. They're a hard team to game plan for, and they're very strong everywhere. Very strong everywhere.
They're very family-oriented, play as a team. But the standout, Corey Davis Jr., how good is he?
That's a tough question to answer because, last March you had Rob Gray. And Rob Gray was really, for a couple of days, what everybody was talking about in the NCAA tournament. So it's a high bar to live up to. And Corey Davis isn't trying to live up to that bar, so I'm not trying to say that. But the Cougars had a star player last year, and one of the things that they love about this year's team is that they're a team. They don't have to rely so much on that one player. But now we're starting to see late in the season, Corey Davis is turning into a star. He's turning into kind of what Rob Gray did last year. He had a huge performance in the round one game, and he's been playing incredible so far in the tournament, and even in the conference tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first we've traded the bun for the beard. That's kind of the first thing. But, he's just what he's done lately. He had what he called the worst game of the season against Cincinnati. But then if you look at everything around him, he's got 26 points, 26, 31. He's been so consistent, and that's what they need because he's a guy that he just doesn't seem to have very many bad days. He can light it up from three-point range. I thought he was the American Conference Player of the Year. It went to Jerron Cumberland from Cincinnati, but I think you could have made a strong case for Corey Davis Jr. But they knew that coming in. He was a JUCO All-American. He was a guy that could have gone to LSU. So for him to come in and take that role and kind of take it from Rob, and Rob kind of took it from Damian Dotson, and to have him, it's just been kind of the next chapter for Houston. Now they got to find another one, and that'll probably be Armani Brooks next year. But for now, Corey Davis has just been the go-to guy. When you need points, he's your guy.
And from the transition that we've seen Sampson come on the team up until 2019, do you think he's here for the long haul?
He should be. I mean, right now he's gotten everything that he's wanted. He has the practice facility, the Fertitta Center. He's got his family. Kellen is his assistant coach. His daughter Lauren's the director of ops. Or I'm sorry, director of, I'm not sure what her title is, but she's got an official external operations. She's got an official title. But then you look at what he's making, and I think that's going to be a huge starting point this offseason. They're going to redo his contract. They're going to give him an extension, pay raise. They'll probably take care of his coaching staff. But he says this is the best job he's ever had. He says that I've learned that you don't mess with happy. And he says, I'm happy. So I think right there in his career, being 63 years old, I don't think he's looking to go anywhere else. Now, people will come calling. The Orlando Magic came calling last year, and he turned that down, or at least he got into the stages where he took his name out of it. There'll probably be some teams come, but I don't see Kelvin Sampson going anywhere.
Yeah, Joseph answered that about as good as I could. I point to what a man says. He says that he's happy. He says it's the best job he's ever had. If that's true, and he says that it is, why would he leave?
Why would he leave?
Now, I have dealt with coaches that, they say, hey, I'm not going anywhere, and 2 minutes later, they're on the next flight out.
Which coach could those be?
Yeah, well, no, Houston fans probably know. But, he's just the family aspect. He's not going to get it any better anywhere else. And if this was Houston 4 years ago and they were still struggling, I could see Kelvin Sampson saying, you know what, maybe this wasn't the right fit. Maybe we go somewhere else. But this is set up where they are going to be an NCAA tournament contender every year.